Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. This is for quarter one of 2024, so from January to March. We're just going to jump right in here, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time, Scorpio. You have the Six of Wands coming up in your first position here, and, the Six of Wands is a card of victory or success. Then you have the Seven of Swords as well. It's kind of interesting because the Six of Wands, again, is a card of victory or success, but the Seven of Swords is a card of sneakiness. Personally, I think that the Seven of Swords is a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what, and really the Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. Everyone gets the Seven of Swords. We are definitely in a time where I believe we need to be tactical. We need to kind of like look for other ways of, doing things in life, or better ways of doing things in life as well. So it's definitely a good time to kind of put your thinking cap on and come up with like other ways of doing things in your life. And I know that's very general, but literally like everything, everything in your life. You start off here in your first row. I'm doing something different with this Celtic cross. You have this imperfect harmony card and the storyteller card. This is going to represent your current general energies, this first middle row here. And so I feel that things are kind of like working out in your favor. One thing I will say is that the Six of Wands can represent jealousy. I'll show you that in just a minute. But with that Seven of Swords, I would be careful of jealous people. If you have people in your life that are jealous of what you do, then I'd be careful of that. It's crazy that you have this storyteller card because all the fixed signs, get these cards of really needing to be careful of the story that you tell. So I don't know, it's like Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. It's like you four constantly get these cards of really needing to watch your words, really needing to make sure that you're speaking into existence the things that you want in your life. And that's why, people always ask me, why don't I read about exes? And it's like, there's a very simple reason. Number one, if you're in the middle pond, I know you can do better, right? You can do better than that peanut head who ate Cheetos in bed and clipped their toenails in bed. You can do way better than that person, number one. Number two, you're telling an old story. That's why I do not read about exes, because it's like you're telling a story that's over. It's like I tell stories that are about building something new and better, and that's all I will ever talk about and ever support, because it's like just staying stuck in the past. It's like I've heard from way too many people over the years that for like 6 years, they wait on a person because some reader is like, oh, this person's coming back. It's like, no, we need to tell new stories, and I've always been this way, and I will never change. So there you go. You have the Six of Wands here. Again, the Six of Wands, card of success and also victories coming in for you. This person right here is meant to look jealous. So I would be careful of anyone, like if you have a person in your energy that you happen to know is a jealous type of person with the Seven of Swords here, I would definitely be careful of that person. You have the Seven of Wands also showing up in the area of your thoughts. So Seven of Wands is a card of like drawing a line in the sand, putting up boundaries. I always say, I don't think we have to cut people out of our lives or anything like that, but I do think we should be, putting up boundaries. We should be telling people hey, if you have to tell a person you can't be in my life, or I can't spend as much time with you, or whatever, then maybe that's what you need to do here. Again, you have these Seven of Swords as your crossing energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. I kind of feel both in your reading. On one hand, again, if you have jealous people in your energy, I think that could cause some problems. On the other hand, the Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. It says there are probably better ways for you to be successful at doing whatever it is that you're doing, but you just have to learn the tactics. You just have to learn the other ways of doing things. So it kind of encourages you to stay open to, other ways of doing things in your life. You have the Seven of Wands in the area of your thoughts. So the Seven of Wands is an energy of being guarded. I personally like the Seven of Wands. He's defending his position at the top of this hill, but he's defending his position at the top of a hill for a reason. He has drawn a line in the sand. He is saying, I am only willing to accept things that meet this standard into my life, like whatever is above the hill, and I'm not willing to let anything below this position into my life. So personally, I feel pretty good about this for you. I think it's great to have certain standards and to say, I'm not, this is what I'm willing to accept. I always tell people, the quickest way to manifest something is to tell the universe what you demand. Yes, and I said the word demand is, you say, I am only willing to accept this. But again, then you need to not accept anything below you into your life, below this point, whatever that is for you. So again, the problem is a lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to, accept anything but this type of love, but then they go back to their ex or whatever. And it's like, then the universe is like, what the hell do you want? You just said you want something better, but then you went back to this bozo, so that's what I'll say there. Next, in the area of your foundation, you have the Empress. Love it. Really good energy here. Some of you could be attracting a Taurus, by the way. You have Taurus twice, Hierophant and Empress. So, really nice. But this could also just say that you are in a very abundant position in your life where you could be attracting a lot of abundance. I've said to all three water signs, it looks like a really abundant year for you water signs. Part of me wonders if it has to do with the flow. Water flows, obviously. 2024 is an 8-year. 8 is infinity. Infinity is just the flow. So I'm wondering if that's why, water signs are going to do really well this year, or could, if you put the work in. Again, part of being in the flow is you have to be in the flow. You have to put the energy out to get the energy back. So make sure that you are creating positive exchanges of energy. Also, I would be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant, because every single person in 2024, in the 2024 yearly readings I did, there were a ton of birth cards. You have this, you have the Ace of Wands as well. So I would definitely be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant. Obviously, if you're too old, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but I've had like a bunch of 70-year-olds be like, I can't have children. Obviously not for you. Obviously. So I feel like, science should very clearly explain that to you, but there you go. If you're too old, then you could be birthing something else. This could be a project, it could be a business. Take it how it resonates. You have the Hierophant in the area of what you are moving past. Some of you could be leaving a marriage. I don't think this is a surprise. Like if you're going through a divorce, I feel like you already know. Obviously, you probably have already started the process. So, there you go. But also, what I will say is this is very Neptune and Pisces. This is not Neptune and Pisces. That's not what I'm saying. But the energy is very Neptune and Pisces that I'm getting here. Neptune and Pisces, direct challenge to traditional belief. I believe that Neptune has been in Pisces so that we can look at beliefs that we have, that we've always believed for no reason, for whatever. We're talking about traditional beliefs, which is the Hierophant. And, it's Neptune and Pisces challenges those beliefs. It's like, why do you believe that the sky is blue and the ground is green? Maybe it's the other way around, right? And so there could be you could be releasing some long-term beliefs that you've had. You also have this stability card that says you will be stable and very prosperous. There you go. It might make stability a top priority and commit yourself to consistency. I think that's the key word there for you, Scorpio, is being consistent on like everything else that's going on here that we're about to talk about, the things that you're working on. You have this legacy card. Every single fixed sign gets something about building, leaving a legacy. It says your work will be passed down to future generations. Harvest the gifts of your ancestors. These gifts are also yours. Yes. I've been talking about this nonstop, that I believe everyone is really focusing, or needs to focus at least, on building, leaving a legacy. Probably the quickest way to be very successful now is to, do something that you work on long term. This could be a business, could be a project, could be writing a book, could be writing a poem, could be getting into a relationship, starting a family. Literally could be anything. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. I would just work on something permanent. Could be your health, could be your mental state, could be anything. I would just pick one thing and make it happen. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have the King of Cups. You could be attracting a King of Cups type person. Earth really stands out to me, and so does fire. Could be a water sign, but I would say if it is, it's probably one that has like either a lot of earth or a lot of fire or a lot of both in their chart, right? But I actually have the word complementary popping into my head as well. So, you could be attracting a person where it's more like your placements in your chart. Obviously, you would have to know their astrology. Obviously, the rule here at Minnow Pond is you do not talk about astrology until a third date. I mean, people nowadays, they run away if you start talking about astrology. So third date, at least get them hooked first. Then you can ask their mom for their birth date and their time and everything like that, but not until that point. But what I would say is when you get to know them, and after you have your chart, after you drop the crazy on them, right, later, then you can look at their chart and say, oh, maybe, again, maybe they have like complementary fire sign placements or, something like that. I don't know. It's popping into my head. So there you go. Definitely could be a person coming in for you. I'm also getting moving, by the way, is popping into my head. Some of you could be moving here. You have this card that says, balance all the dimensions of your life. Do not compare your life to others. Your journey is your own. I literally said that to Pisces. They didn't even have a card like this. Sorry, my alarm's going off. So I definitely feel water signs. The thing with whatever water signs are building is that there's nothing to compare it to. You have, if you're building a business or even a relationship, it's going to look very different than anything else that exists. That's the whole point of being water sign right now, is that you're kind of like working on new things that don't even exist yet, because you are the one that's going to create it. So don't let that hold you back. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, a card of expansion and growth. And this is coming up in the area of the next few months. Everything you're working on, it's like everything you work on turns to gold here. It's like everything that you everything you take a risk on is what I'm getting is going to expand. Everything you step into, every new idea you have, it's like it's gonna grow like weeds, you know. So I really do feel that. Like I really feel like something is growing like a weed. Something is taking off here. You know, obviously you're gonna have to nurture it. Obviously you're gonna have to take care of it. But the energy exists for something to grow like a weed. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands card of expansion. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So again, if you are finding love, it's probably a person that you have a close relationship with, or, you know, like a friend, you know, could be like someone you work with or something like that. But I feel there could be a very passionate connection coming in for you. The Ace of Wands is also out with the old, in with the new. So I definitely feel that you could be letting go of a past connection and getting into something new that's where there's a lot of growth. And again, I'm hearing like growing like a weed, like I said. So, you know, it's like something is growing here. You have the Knight of Wands. This is coming up in the area of your future feelings. Knight of Wands is like feeling adventurous, feeling spontaneous, feeling like you want to have more fun. So love to see that. For your outcome, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. I do feel like you're ending a cycle. I actually feel pretty good about this. Personally, I like the Ten of Swords anyway because this guy is dead. It is time for a new beginning. There's like nothing you could do after this point. He has reached rock bottom. Personally, again, I think it's a good card because you're just ending one thing and going to the next. It's like not that big of a deal. Next, you also in this row have this reflection card that says friendships in your life come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. There you go. Yeah, with this whole boundaries thing with that Seven of Wands, like you're drawing a line in the sand. You have this nature card that says interact with nature outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. This will be good for your soul and healing you. There you go. We're going to clarify this now and see what else is going on. With the Six of Wands and the Seven of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands here. You are very attractive at this time, Scorpio. I'm telling you right now, like if you're interested in a person, you have an eye on a person that you know probably, then, you know, now is your time. I would start flirting with this person or do something. You know, I know that you ladies out there don't like to make the first move, and that's not what I'm suggesting, but I do feel that this person might not know. So it's like you have to do something, I feel here. I'm not saying you have to go ask this person out, but it's like, I'm sorry if your grandma never taught you how to do this, but it's like, I'm your grandma now. Like I feel like I've said this to you before. I'm your grandma. I feel like you need to, you know, drop your handkerchief in front of this person. You need to go have a little oopsie in front of this person. Maybe you need to fall over or bump into them or something. Something needs to happen here. And again, there's like a million things you can do. Just go watch some old romantic comedy or something like that. Not the new ones. They're all garbage. And from anything from Zac Efron back, right? Pre-Zac Efron. Everything after Zac Efron, garbage. So what you need to do is start back there, right? Watch some movies, see what the ladies do. They all like, oh, I have no clue what I'm doing. Even if you're a man, same thing, right? With the Seven of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yes, teamwork makes a dream work. I think that you're only allowing, you know, teamwork opportunities into your life, or it's like you're very focused on quality as well as what I'm getting. Three of Pentacles is the card of quality. You know, he normally on the Three of Pentacles, the guy has built these Three Pentacles, and the whole point is that he's done a good job. He has, you know, built them to like a high degree of accuracy. He's followed a plan as well when he's built these Three Pentacles. So, you know, I think you need to focus on quality. With the Empress here, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Are you kidding? Yes, you have that legacy card. Ten of Pentacles is building, leaving a legacy. All 4 fixed signs get this stuff about building, leaving a legacy. So definitely time for you to focus on your finances, but your finances look amazing. Looks like you could be really successful at this time, or you're very focused on your on being successful. Looks really good. With the Hierophant, you have the Four of Cups. I love this Four of Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot, and you can see that those 3 cups are pouring into 1 cup there. So I definitely feel there could be a really solid connection coming in for you, and it's like you're leaving behind something that wasn't. I also feel that you're more pouring into yourself. You know, it's like you're more focused on yourself. I think that, you know, again, the Hierophant can represent traditional belief, but there might be certain beliefs or systems or things in your life that steal from you. And, you know, kind of what's popping into my head here is that you are removing the things that don't nurture your soul. You know, I think you're getting rid of the things that, you know, don't support you and all that other good stuff. With the King of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands. Yes, there needs to be communication here with this person. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you do something to make this person aware, because, you know, it looks like it could be a friend or someone that you know. And again, they might just be like, I'm not sure, you know, what's going on here. So again, I'm not saying you have to like be all up in this person's face and tell them, but, you know, I would do something to make them aware or flirt or, you know, be more flirtatious, something. Eight of Wands is quick success. So especially if you're interested in a King of Cups. King of Cups doesn't have to be a water sign, just a person with very deep emotions, someone who's very emotionally stable, someone who's probably a leader as well. I feel like this person's probably very spontaneous as well with that Knight of Wands. They could be kind of like live an unconventional life is what I'm getting, but in a good way. So, I would definitely make a move. I also feel that, like, again, growing like a weed, this is my card of momentum. This is my card of things happening quickly. So it's like something is growing very, very quickly in your life. With the Three of Wands, are you kidding? You have the Empress. Definitely a time of you expanding your abundance. It doesn't matter if you want love or not. I feel, regardless of what you want, I just feel that you are becoming very abundant. And like I said, growing like a weed. I literally said that on the Three of Wands. So it's almost like something that you're working on or creating is going to grow very quickly. Even this way, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands to the Empress. Three of Pentacles is, again, a quality job. It's something that you can do very, very well at. So whatever you're building or creating or working on, it's like something that you will do a good job at, like I said, and it's going to grow very quickly. There you go. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, are you kidding? Eight of Pentacles, material success on the horizon. I thought you had the Eight of Pentacles twice for some reason, but I guess not. But it doesn't matter. Eight of Pentacles is mastering craft. It's working on something, and it grows very quickly. So, really, really good, whatever this is. And if you're working on something new, whether it's a new relationship, new business, new idea, then I feel it's going to grow very quickly with that Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles also says you're going to have to learn about this. It's a card of apprenticeship. So if he's an apprentice, obviously he has a mentor, the guy on the Eight of Pentacles, right? And I also get this for love, where it's like if you're meeting a person, I feel like you are meeting a person who's like unconventional or like different in some way, and you might have to learn that about them. Like you might have to understand like where they're coming from in life and everything like that. It's like, I don't know. I don't have any good examples. I thought I was going to have a good example for you, but I don't. It's like, but it's just like, it's like maybe to the outside world, this person looks like they're not secure in life, but I actually feel like they're extremely secure. It's like one of those people. It's like, I don't know. It's like, when you like start a business, for example, everybody tells you how risky starting a business is. I started my first business when I was 16. I started cleaning fish tanks for people. And, since day one, I've had people that were, that told me how risky business is. Even when I became super successful, and now I have multiple businesses, and I still have people that tell me how risky it is. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Number one, it's like life is risky. I just said this in another reading. I saw someone get hit by a car when I was younger, and they died. Very slow road. The person was not going very fast, and all this other stuff, right? Ever since that day, it's like there is no risk. Nothing is risky to me, because I was like, your life, that could not have been prevented. Like the way it happened, like I wish I could. I'm not going to give you the details of what happened, but it's just like it was like the perfect storm of like a horrible tragedy happening. But it's like there was nothing that either person in the situation could have done to prevent it, right? So it's like, if ever since that happened to me, which happened to me when I was younger, it's just like the way I see life. I'm like, well, it could just be taken like that. So it's like the only risk is not taking a risk, and I feel that here. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Lovers. Definitely love coming in for you. I told you that it's probably this person right here. So definitely a solid connection coming in for you. Something that's going to be very good for you. Something that is going to be very nurturing. I also feel some of you, if you don't want love, even if you do, I feel like some of you could be like picking an unconventional path in life. You could be like starting a business. You could be, moving to Bali and teaching surf school, or, something like that. It's like you're doing something different. And look, with the Ten of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is kind of like, going, picking your own path, going in your own direction in life, and being on an adventure. So I definitely feel it's a time of adventure for you here, Scorpio. Really, really interesting. So we're going to pull 5 main themes with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun now. You have this birth card. Yes, I would definitely be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant. Everyone has gotten this in 2024. But if you are birthing something new, new business, new career, or, again, if you want children, by all means, go for it. But, if you're birthing something new, this could be a lot of success here. You have this Quarrel card. I would just completely avoid conflict at all cost, right? And I would just ignore people who cause conflict with that Six of Wands. The thing with the Six of Wands is that he's on his high horse. He's victorious. It doesn't matter he doesn't care what other people think. He is a winner. There's like the results speak for themselves, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting here, is that your results will speak for themselves. You have this originality card. I love original ideas this year, and Pluto going into Aquarius, technically, officially, at the end of the year, November, but it is going to go into Aquarius, then it's going to retrograde again into Capricorn, and then it's going to move forward into Aquarius. But, any original ideas you have, very, very good. You have this adaptability card. Yes, I think you need, all fixed signs need to be as flexible as possible. Like, it doesn't say that you can't have a plan, but it just says be flexible in how you accomplish things. And finally, you have this principal card. Are you kidding? This looks like the Hierophant, right? There's this mitre right here. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be challenging some beliefs that you've had for a very long time. And this isn't, it's not good or bad. It's just for, just so that you can change, so you can have new experiences, and that's that. But really interesting reading. I think something is going to take off very quickly for you. Could be a relationship with the Three of Wands and the Empress, but could be anything. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your quarter.